Buckle up, because the bright red 2025 Alpine A110 isn't just a car. It's a lightweight revolution that's about to rewrite what you think a sports car can be with a secret weapon that'll shock you by the end of this video. Stick around to find out what makes this French icon untouchable. Welcome to the channel where we live and breathe everything automotive, from sleek coupes to rugged SUVs, diving deep into machines that move us. Today, we're in the driver's seat of the 2025 Alpine A110, a car that's less about raw power and more about pure, unfiltered driving joy. Painted in a searing red that screams for attention, this mid-engine marvel is a kind of machine that makes you question why anyone needs 500 horsepower to have fun. Let's take it for a spin and unpack why this featherweight fighter is one of the most exhilarating sports cars you can buy today. First, a bit of context. Alpine, the performance arm of Renault, resurrected the A110 name in 2017, drawing inspiration from the legendary 1960s rally champ that conquered Monte Carlo. The original was a nimble, lightweight icon, and the modern A110 stays true to that ethos. At just 1,098 kilograms in its base form, it's lighter than a Mazda Miata and nearly 300 kilos shy of a Porsche 718 Cayman. That's not just a number, it's a philosophy. Alpine's engineers, many with Lotus DNA in their resumes, obsessed over every gram, from the aluminum chassis to the 13.1 kilogram sabled seats. The result? A car that feels like an extension of your senses, dancing through corners with a precision that heavier rivals can only dream of. Under the hood, or rather, behind the seats, sits a 1.8-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine. In the standard A110, it pumps out 249 horsepower, while the S and GT models crank it up to 296. The range-topping A110 are all-time, limited to just 110 units, pushes the envelope further with 345 horsepower and 420 newton-meters of torque, sprinting from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in a blistering 3.8 seconds. But here's the thing, power isn't the point. It's how the A110 delivers it. The engine's rasp, especially with the optional sports exhaust, crackles with character, popping and gurgling on overrun like a proper rally-bred machine. Paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox, shifts are lightning quick in track mode, yet smooth enough for cruising and comfort. No manual, sadly, but this transmission is so good you'll hardly miss it. Let's talk about the drive. The A110's double wishbone suspension, a rarity in this class, keeps the tires glued to the road, maintaining grip even when you push it to the limit. On a twisty mountain pass, it flows with an effortlessness that makes you feel like a driving god. Body roll is present but deliberate, giving you a sense of the car's balance as you thread it through corners. The steering is razor-sharp, feeding back every ripple in the asphalt. Unlike some sports cars that demand respect through intimidation, the A110 invites you to play, rewarding skill without punishing mistakes. It's forgiving yet thrilling, a balance few cars achieve. Even the base model, starting at around 55,000 pounds, feels complete, though the 122,000-pound Our Lil Man's edition adds carbon fiber aero and Öhlins dampers for track day warriors. Inside, the A110 is a study in focused simplicity. The cabin is snug but surprisingly roomy, even for taller drivers, thanks to a low-mounted seat and clever roof humps. Materials are high quality. Think sable buckets and optional Poltrona Frau leather, but don't expect a tech fest. There's no glove box. Door bins are absent, and storage is limited to a small console tray. The 96-liter rear boot and 100-liter front trunk can just about handle a weekend bag. But practicality isn't why you buy this car. It's about the drive, not the luggage. The touchscreen, recently updated for better phone pairing, is functional, and 4 LED headlights ensure excellent night visibility. Rear parking sensors are standard on the S, with a camera optional, but don't expect cutting-edge infotainment. This is a driver's car, not a gadget showcase. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the competition. The Porsche 718 Cayman is the obvious rival, with its polished dynamics and broader range of engines, including a silky flat-six in the GTS. But the Cayman, while brilliant, feels clinical next to the A110's raw charisma. The Lotus Emira, another lightweight contender, offers a V6 and manual option, but carries more weight and a higher price. The Toyota GR Supra, with its smoother six-cylinder, lacks the A110's delicate balance. Each has its strengths, but the Alpine's blend of agility, affordability, and analog soul is unmatched. It's not trying to outmuscle anyone. It's about outdancing them. So, what's the game-changing secret I teased earlier? It's not just the car's performance. It's Alpine's defiance of the industry's obsession with bloat. In a world where even Lotus is building 2-ton EVs and the BMW M5 weighs as much as a Range Rover, the A110 remains a purist dream, proving you don't need massive power or weight to deliver heart-pounding thrills. But here's the kicker. This icon won't be with us much longer. Alpine's confirmed an electric A110 is coming in 2027, packing more power and, inevitably, more weight. The petrol-powered A110, including the stunning R-Old-Time we saw at the Paris Motor Show, is the end of an era. If you want to experience this lightweight legend in its purest form, the clock is ticking. Before we wrap up, a quick nod to the bright red paint. It's not just a color, it's a statement. Alpine calls it Rouge Feu, and it turns heads like few others, especially paired with the A110's retro-inspired curves and twin LED headlights that echo the 1960s original. Whether you're carving up a canyon road or parked at a cafe, this car demands attention without shouting for it. That's the 2025 Alpine A110, a car that reminds us why we fell in love with driving in the first place. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the purest sports cars on the planet, hit that like button. Subscribe for more automotive adventures.